So the key to getting these problems right is drawing the picture in the right quadrant. So this one tells me that I'm in quadrant number 1 because 0 is less than alpha less than pi over 2. So I'm going to draw a picture in quadrant number 1, and I know something about alpha. This is going to be my alpha picture. I know the sine is 3/5, so the sine is the opposite to the hypotenuse, so therefore this side has to be a 4. It's a 3 over 5 triangle. So this is my alpha picture, everything I want to know about alpha. Then I have a beta picture as well, and that's between pi over 2 and pi, so that must be quadrant number 2. Right? If this is pi over 2 and this is pi, then I must be in quadrant number 2, and I know something about that. I know the sine is 12/13. So that means since sine is opposite over hypotenuse, that means the adjacent side has to be a 5, but in quadrant 2 it needs to be a -5. Once I have all the pictures drawn, then we can go ahead and solve for the sine of 2 alpha is going to be 2 times sine alpha cosine alpha. Alright, which then is going to give me 2 times the sine of alpha, which was given to us, which was 3/5, times the cosine of alpha, which in this case is 4/5. So that gives me 2 times 3 times 4 all over 25. So I've got an answer of 24/25 for part A, sine 2 alpha. So for part B then, if I have cosine beta over 2, this is going to be plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine beta all divided by 2, which in this case is going to be plus or minus the square root of 1 plus, if I look at the cosine of beta, that's going to be -5/13 all divided by 2. Let me move this down so I can do a little bit more work here. Okay, that is plus or minus the square root of, I'm going to have 13 minus 5 all over 13 times 1/2 when I do the algebra there. So plus or minus, this gives me 8/13 times 1/2. Simplifying that, I get plus or minus the square root of 4/13, which gives me plus or minus the square root of 4 over square root of 13, which gives me plus or minus 2 over rad 13, which is 2 rad 13 over 13. Now, do we take the plus or the minus? Well, here's how you figure that part out. We were given in the original problem, pi over 2 is less than beta, which is less than pi, and we were asked to find beta over 2. So if I divide everything by 2 in this case, look what I get. I get pi over 4 less than beta over 2 less than pi over 2 because we were asked to find beta over 2, and this puts us back into quadrant number 1, and in quadrant 1 cosines are positive, so the answer for us is a positive 2 rad 13 over 13. Awesome problem.